whether,
I forgot that
okay,
part.
got it. What happens if we don't got it, then we,
Uh,
maybe we should just go ahead and start with, who will dry your tears with, Liz, and I just sent something to, I was looking at it up here, but if Jean can put up the previous and whatever, so that we can see,
yeah.
because you did, you made some voicing changes that were really, oh, there's that cat.
Yeah,
I'm so jealous.
she's here.
Sorry. I'm sorry, I've lost my focus there. Okay, so Liz and Donna, we're gonna do Who Will Dry Your Tears. And Elizabeth, Abby, and Emily did Only You. That's how we're gonna do these. So we'll start with the Who Will Dry Your Tears. And
Whose are we going to use first?
Liz's, because yeah,
Okay.
we're,
Let me get it set up so it'll
you
look
got it right there. Yep. Oh, look at you go. You're so efficient.
All right, let's see now. I can make this work. Trying to. Hold on a second. There we go. All right. Did everybody see that okay?
Good.
Yes? No? All righty. See, I'll go like that.
Can you pull up the previous one, Jean?
Oh, see, you didn't tell me about that. So yes, I can get it, but it'll take me a moment. Okay.
Okay, well, I didn't think of it till I was sitting here doing it, and I thought, oh, we should have it on the screen that way too. And since
Do you mean like the first one? Is this the one that
Yes,
sent in the
yes,
second?
yes. Yeah.
Or the first one from when we all did the fixes?
A question. Did you have we all been sent copies of each other's work, or is that not going to happen this week?
Oh,
We didn't
we didn't send it yet.
somewhere
Okay.
between Jean's COVID and her
Yeah.
reunion and my 4-year-old grandson and family, we got to this a little late, and by the time we did it and talked about it, we weren't able to talk about it today because she was too sick to talk, and there we go.
I'm sorry about that.
But,
Okay, are you
but
talking
we can-
about?
We will send them out to you. We didn't mean to not do it, but it's just life happens,
Is this the one you're
Of
talking
course,
about?
Yes, I wanted
That's
this
the
one up next to
first
the other
one?
one because,
Okay.
yeah,
Now the trick is, let me see, just a minute. It'll take me a little bit of time
Possible.
to
you can do it.
keep talking. Yeah, I didn't
Okay,
realize you wanted to put them side by
So you
side.
fixed some, and we'll talk about those, how you fixed the voicing and much improved the voicing and the open and the closed voicing. So much better. But I wanted to talk about and a couple people did this on the fix that you did, Liz, in measure 4. And it's troublesome to take. It's one thing for measure 3, we go, who'll dry your tears when you cry, my love, because that was the next, it was in that pattern, but that love, if the melody goes, cry, my love, that would not be a melody, that other note. That's the melody shouldn't change when you want to make a nice chord in there, which you did. But then the melody will be singing something that isn't a melody. With me?
Yeah, I just decided that I didn't like the D natural and it felt unnatural. And I decided that the listeners would prefer to have that resolved.
Oh, and
That was why I did it.
those are choices to make. And it could work. It's just, yes, you made a choice to do that, and you've explained yourself, and no problem.
Which one is it?
Okay. And let me see, we can't see the other.
I'm working on it. Just keep talking
Keep
while I
talking.
get this set up.
Okay, so you did a really nice move on your glad. And I think, did I send you an email about that? This on measure 6, which we can't yet
No,
see.
you didn't send me anything about that.
Okay, so
Okay.
give me a moment here. I just about have
That's
it.
all right, you're fine. But
Yeah, but it's hard to follow you if they can't see it. So hang
I
on a
know.
second.
I know.
Here we go. I think I have it.
Okay. I have something else that we'll look at here in a minute, even though we can't see it. But in the 4/4, you have, as you said, opportunities. So just take more opportunities with a rest at the beginning of a measure, like cool, dry your tears when you, instead of everything started with cool, dry your tears when you cry, my love, who'll make you sad, right? So you could vary that with in one of those at the very beginning measure, or who'll make you put a rest to give some variation to it, and try a triplet in there, ba 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 ba.
Oh, yeah, okay.
You can,
Triplet would be good.
yes, triplet would be good. And once again, to keep it conversational, you'd say, cool, dry your tears. The cool, dry your tears could also work, but when you cry, I love the cry, my love, beautiful. And I can't go on because Jean will get mad at me.
All right, that's right, just about. I'm just
So
about
I want to
ready.
say, you can't see this right now, everybody, but
There.
this-
Now can
Oh,
you
look
see
at
it?
that. Beautiful. You are amazing, girlfriend.
Yeah, I could have had it set up if I would have known, but that's okay.
Well, I know.
So
we
the
would've-
one on the left is
Original.
original, and the one on the right is the one
And see how she
your
revoiced.
second choice. Yeah.
Yes, and see how she revoiced the, you can see the revoicing that makes this lovely, cool, dry your tears, in beautifully. And then when you cry, it all opened up there. Do you see before she had in measure 2 on the left, she had the melody below and the, the tenor below the lead. And now she's opened it up to this cry, my love.
So
And
should
then,
we play like this line, the first line, and then this first line?
Pardon?
Should we play this first line for everybody to listen, and then play the first line over here to listen?
could, sure, yeah.
Let's try that and see if we can make it work. Who knows? It was being weird this afternoon.
I know.
Wait a minute. Okay, wait a minute. I didn't set this one up.
We
'cause
have
I
to get
didn't
down our
have it
knees and pray
going.
with that thing going.
Hold on here.
There we go.
No, and piano, and gonna take the chords out so they don't play. Yeah, now we don't let us forget about the few little finale hints we're gonna do too. Okay, now let's try again.
Okay.
All right, there's that one. Okay, now
Yeah.
this one over here. Let's see. Wow.
That a great improvement with that. And then
Yes.
on the next line in measure 5, you had that bass line that was, you just condensing it. Who'll make you glad? Who'll make you? And then you open up the glad. Now,
Jeez,
Whoops.
come back here.
get
I
out
don't
of
know how
there,
to get
Stephanie.
out of there. What? Oh, shoot.
Elizabeth. You're
Alright.
taking over the screen.
There we go.
Okay.
I'm supposed to just
So-
go to here. Ah! When I click on there, it's supposed to go to this. Ah! All right, I'm not sure. I'm trying to get back to this page, and it should only show that one for crying out
Okay,
loud.
it's
There
good.
it is.
Don't have to move anything. Just a second.
Oh, okay.
Don't
Okay,
move anything.
sorry.
Okay.
All right.
So over here on the right-hand side, you have the glad, which is lovely, as you said, because you had the 4 beats. And so there's only one thing wrong with it. Your baritone, do you see that, Liz?
Mm.
The baritone, to make it work better, needs to do what? Go
There I
down
have
to
it.
the lower B flat.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, and then you've got the beautiful spread, the tenor and the baritone. And you just, that was all. That's when I think I thought I sent you that and said, you did mean for that B flat to go down there, but just probably didn't notice it. But that's a beautiful line, and that goes right into when you are sad. And see how you changed it from before? When you are sad has a nice little movement there. Good choices, good chording. Yeah, nice.
Should we listen to this line now? This mid
Yeah,
to here?
okay.
Okay, we'll start over here, I hope.
Mhm.
Jeez. Let's see now. Ah. There it is. Okay, I'll do this one. I don't know why this is not responding. Let's try it. No, we don't want that one again. We wanted this one. I know this one seems to be frozen, so much for that. Okay, so let's talk about this glad. What did you say about this glad?
I think, you want to explain that, Liz?
Oh, the baritone needs to go down to the B flat instead of up to the B flat.
Yeah, so that would sound like,
Yeah, it's nice.
yeah, that's nice. For some reason, that one's frozen at the moment. So I'm not sure what we could do for that.
And that is a place where
Did you
another,
talk about this one up here, this love,
Yeah. we did. Yeah,
about not doing that chord?
yep, but
Okay.
she likes it. And so
I
it's
see.
not, we're not gonna talk about, it's not that important, but just as a general thing, we wouldn't want to change the melody, but she decided it needed a change. And so by golly, we're going for it.
I see.
I think this, when, Liz, I might just say, when that, we're talking about the triplet, but if you had, who will make you glad when you are sad? That's another place that, to, after you've had that beautiful God, that you want to get the most out of that beautiful swipe on measure
Mm,
6. You know what I'm saying? That then if you put a rest and made the when a quarter note,
right.
when
Yeah.
you are sad, and it goes, we get the most out of that. So that's just
Yeah.
a little note. Can you advance
Yeah.
some of it without having an attack here, Jean?
Yeah, okay, I can do
Look
this
at
one,
that girl go. Okay,
but this one is frozen. I'm not sure why.
okay. So what? Oh, okay. Well, let's just look at this one and then take that one away, and we'll just look at the new one. Okay, how's that?
Okay.
So
I'll
in this one, you had, will someone cherish what once belonged? Will you be happy as I hope you'll be? Anyway, since we can't see them side by side, we'll see how nicely she edited it in her 4/4. So let's take that one away. and
I'm
go
trying,
over-
I'm trying to get back to that one. Hold on.
But I mean, we don't need the old one. We'll just see how
Okay.
nicely she did the new one.
I'm just trying to see if it'll move.
I'm
Okay,
just
so I
amazed.
don't
that
need the
you-
old one. Okay, so I'm gonna close that
way
one.
too above my pay grade to do that. So
But this one, for some reason, is frozen. I'll have to close that too and try again. Wait a minute. Oh, resume. There we go. Hold on a second. See, that one I can't even get rid of it, which is very strange. Okay, let me try again. This is Liz with addendum. That one. Let's try again. It's going to come back to that, which doesn't move.
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening. Oh, darn.
okay, well, what she did was a very nice sad win, a bass lead in,
Oh,
and
yeah.
a will someone cherish, really nice. And her lyric is so beautiful. Will someone cherish the person that you are? Kind of modernizes something, beyond this thing about it was mine, you were mine, and now you're not mine, and blah, blah, blah. But I
Yeah.
love that. Will someone cherish the person that you are? That just means going forward, whoever, it almost makes it very singable, because it's not like weren't mine anymore and nobody else is gonna like you anyway.
Yeah, I really hate that.
Yeah, I love that. And then will you be happy and life take you far? And you had beautiful chord progression in there. So and while Gina's fixing that.
Let's come back to Liz's another time.
Okay, we'll come back to Liz.
So that so I may have to restart my finale or something.
Okay.
So let's go back to let's do
It's
someone else
beautiful, Liz.
because it's really nice, Liz. All right.
Yeah, we're just getting to the really cool part of arrangement.
I know. It's like,
I mean, the rest was fine too, but you know what I mean? It was like,
so
yeah.
frustrated. Okay, let's
Hmm.
see.
So, Liz, if you're looking at yours now and we'll,
Yeah,
when it comes up there, but with the person that you are and you have a nice thing with the base, you are and will,
yeah.
if that went down or up and will, that next chord that you have there, if the baritone moved to a D and will you be, would be really nice. I think it loses something when it's the same note, and will, right?
Mm.
Either to go and will or and will, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, okay.
The
Yeah,
variation, it was a good idea, but
yeah.
it could be even
I
better.
know, I wanted to do something with it, but I didn't know how to do, I didn't know what to do with it. So yes, I agree, it needed to do something.
Yeah.
So the bass and, yeah, okay, that would have been good. All right.
If you wanted to leave it on the B flat, then it would be R and will or and will, but that note needed to change or else and will. And I really prefer going to the F, even though we say always the tonic on the downbeat. In this case, and will you is going to move up to there because there's a reason to do it.
Right,
Yeah, so we'll see. And did you, oh, that's what I sent you, the typo in Life
Yep.
Take You Far.
yep,
You had a B flat, but your chording says B flat minor 7, which I was figured, I think you meant A flat, but somehow the B flat got in there.
yeah, I did email you back and I said that I
Oh, I didn't get
actually I decided to stay with the B flat minor because if I went with the A flat on the Barrys, that meant that there were chromatic increments with the leads, and I thought that might be a tuning problem.
No, I think it's lovely.
All right, we got her addendum.
There
one
it is,
back.
there it is.
Okay, okay, so we can look at this now.
Okay, well, the problem that you is that you have a B flat minor 7 as a
Okay,
chord.
where are you talking? Which measure now?
On 15, you had B flat minor 7 on take. Do you see it? But you have B
Yeah,
flat chord. So
yeah,
if the baritone is life take you far, which is beautiful, and with the and
yeah.
it's a nice duet. Life take you far. So they have a nice duet. The baritone lead. You see it?
So
Okay,
this
yeah,
one?
I agree that it's really nice. I just thought that going up in semitones together might have been a tuning issue, but you don't think it would be?
Oh, no,
No,
it's,
no, because everybody is going exactly the same way.
Okay,
So, the baritones, anytime you're going up a little chromatic thing, you're good. But
okay,
yeah,
like that. Right?
yeah.
and it's a
Mark,
nice progression. Now, we had a question about the very end. The last note, the tenor, you made an E flat. What was the that we?
It just felt like it was going to move to a new place.
Okay,
I liked going up to the E flats. Oh, I mean, it depends what comes next in the
Bingo, bingo. Yes.
song, because that's not the end of the song. But to me, it felt like you're in this place, and then the E flat means, okay, now we're moving on to the next bit. I just like the feel of it.
Yeah. But this is
Okay.
barbershop, barbershop, barbershop. Okay, this is a barbershop arrangement. And so you want to stay on the barbershop 7th, only because it's going into another part of the song. You especially want to stay on the 7th. Okay, keep that in mind. Well, because when you end on the E flat like that, it just seems like final. It's the final chord of the whole song, which
Yeah,
it really
I just
isn't.
really liked the way it sounded when the tenors went up. It felt like it was going somewhere rather than just staying still.
Ah,
That's what it felt like to me. I know it's really unusual to go back to an E flat there, but
yeah.
that's
Yeah.
just how I felt. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think, I guess, again, it's going into the next thing. Generally, we want it to move to the next place, and the barbershop 7 is probably maybe a pretty good idea. But does everybody see what I was talking about in measure 12?
9, 10, 11, right here.
Person that you are, and then she has R and will. And,
Okay.
and you might want to make the other 3 parts a dotted half too, so it's just the bass. R, and then have, Jean, can you make that B flat and 13 and the bass and F
9, 10. Yes.
in yeah,
You
we
want
don't,
the and to be an F?
no, the 13.
9, 10, 11,
And
12. Oh,
13.
13. Next one.
Yeah.
This one.
Make that an F,
Okay.
and then make the baritone in will a B flat. Down
That
one.
one?
No, yeah,
Oh,
no.
no, down an octave, right? Yeah. I was gonna say that's above the tenor.
So instead of and will, so that when you hear it, chip,
So let's play this, huh?
yeah, play that. Mhm.
Yeah.
Nice progressions. Do you hear that going down to the F strengthens your?
Yeah, I like it. Yeah.
It could work with the B flat too, but you have a nice opportunity to have everything grow up. Will you be happy? And just a beautiful job with all of your chording in there. Yeah, and I love that. Will someone cherish the person that you are? That's so lovely.
Ah.
Mhm.
That
Thank you.
lyricist wished that he had thought of that.
Let's play this whole thing now and see what it sounds.
Could I just ask a couple of questions?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, just going back to bar 15 and Liz's comment about the parallel chromatics, because I do recall that we've talked about this before, and there was a no-no at one point, and I'm trying to remember what it was. Was it parallel chromatics when they're in seconds? Was that what we discussed previously? Because
Oh.
what you
These are thirds.
Yeah, I think they were closer.
Yeah.
They were
Probably
closer, I
was
think.
seconds, yeah.
Plenty.
yeah, I was just trying to remember
Thirds are
because it was
easy.
ringing a bell for me too, Liz, that it was a
Yeah.
it was a no-no.
Yeah.
The thirds
And-
are good.
Thirds are
Thirds are
pretty
fine,
easy
okay.
to tune. Yeah.
It's,
Yeah.
sometimes we had them. Oh, I'm glad you brought that up, because
Yeah. I forgot.
when if they're like just a second or like a whole step or so, then it becomes like too close for comfort, But
Yeah.
that's a nice progression. But the other two parts, holding,
Mm.
like take and you far and then bring it in.
Yeah.
Very nice. So let's
So
play.
And
it.
then my only other question was in final bar, in order to maintain Liz's feel that it needs some momentum and drive, and that sort of tenor resolving to the E flat, could you have a tenor move where the tenor moves to the E flat at the beginning of bar 16 and then back down to the D, so that you have E flat 7, E flat, and then back to E flat 7, so you go back to tension,
Oh,
and it gives you a sense of movement so that you're going far.
I take you far. Yeah, then she can still have her E flat. And end in a
Best of
barbershop
all
7.
Do
worlds.
you
And
want it to
everybody
be here? Do you want it to be E flat
I
7?
thought
E
first
flat,
first
E
beat
flat
of the
7.
next bar, so it's
Like that? Is that what you mean?
yeah. So because I see what you mean, Liz, about making sure there's some drive, and you are talking about going far, so you want it to go somewhere.
Like that?
Yeah.
Is
What do
that
you
what you
think?
mean?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, then I would have to
What do you think, Liz?
let's play it and see what it sounds
Oh,
like.
I'm happy. I love the E flat. And I did think about putting the E flat first, but it was just something about,
Yeah, let's
and I
see what
knew it
happens.
was unusual. It was just the way I was listening to it that it felt, propelling. So I guess it's, just two different thinkings. Yeah.
Okay, so here's something to think about in your learning experience. We're talking about barbershop ballads or arrangements for competition. Okay.
Yeah, of
And
course.
so
yeah.
even though you love the E flat, it is
Mm.
not as strong competition
Yeah.
material than if you didn't do it. But it might work this
Agreed.
way. Let's see now. Ah, crap. Well, we'll listen to the whole thing, I guess. That's nice. What do you think? Oh, yeah, I think if you're gonna do that, it'd be easy, better to have the E flat here.
But you could
Yeah.
have the velvet and the tenor could go so far if you
Oh,
really do.
that's true.
Or she could sing far. No.
Yeah, yeah. All
I
right.
think the other choice would be to have have it go to the E flat and have the whole thing go to a seventh another way, like the
Yeah.
baritone go up to the B flat. So you have it, yeah, and the
Yeah,
and the
okay.
bass go down to the B flat. Bar, and the whole, you know,
Yeah.
so that would be another choice.
Yeah.
Okay, well, see what you want to do. Okay, good. Well done, Liz. Okay, let's look at Donna's, who also
Okay.
did Will Dry Your Tears in 3/4. And
Yeah.
and I must say, Donna, you really moved along with it, caught onto the thing, tears with a movement on a chord with everything moving together. Oh, that's the old one, yeah.
Is this the old one?
No, we're doing tears. We're not doing Cool Only Me.
Oh, okay. Oh, wait. Okay.
She sent us two and she said I would
Yes,
prefer
I
to do
just
tears.
did the wrong Donna one. There we go. Let's try this. There it is, right?
Okay,
All right.
okay.
So should we
So-
play the three
so
ones first?
Her
and
and
then-
measure 2. Do you see her tears when you cry? Really nice, isn't it? And then
Yeah.
on measure 6, will make you glad when it leads right into when you're sad. She has
Nice, nice transition.
movements like that. So that was one of the things I was trying to encourage that we would do, is that sometimes you make a move on that chord that doesn't involve, he's doing that little embellishment on that chord, taking you to the next place. Beautifully done. So Donna, we had a question about your little My Love up there.
Love, I love. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
that possibly, we'll listen to it, but possibly if you were singing it, My Love, that's enough. When you cry, My Love, well, My Love is sort of like extra fluff you don't need, because you have a beautiful chord there, love.
This is so pretty. Yeah.
Yeah, and you've established your message, your whole musical format with that, and then who'll make you glad, that My Love kind of didn't need to be there. Just a thought.
Okay.
It's
So
not wrong. It's just in terms of what sometimes we say forward motion. Yeah, when you cry, My Love, who will make you glad? And when you're sad. Lovely. Okay, so let's hear it.
Yeah. All right. So I don't mean to interrupt what she's saying, but just a quick little finale thing. I see that sometimes you are using a tie when it should be a slur. It's two different things in
Oh.
finale. Okay. So make a note of that. When the note changes, so like when I look at measure 2, when the note changes, then that is a slur, not a tie. Okay.
Okay.
And so there's a tool for that.
Yeah, I know the tool.
Yeah, because over here you have slurs like that. Good,
Right.
good. And over here, okay, so look at measure 8. Measure 8, you have the tenor and the baritone are going to the same note, right? So that is a tie, correct. But the lead and the bass are changing notes, right? So that should be a slur mark and a slur mark.
Okay.
Okay. So
All
just
right.
keep that in mind for again. Okay.
Okay,
very
good.
Oh, can I ask one question about that?
Sure.
And Donna, I only found that out through Jean as well, what she just said. Measure 8,
Mhm.
would you prefer it the way she wrote it out, measured with this like the same rhythm vertically, or it can be a dotted half for the ones that are tied. Is there a
Yes.
preference?
There
for
was an
leg-
there was an old right and a new right. And the new right is yes, the tenor and the baritone could be a dotted half note.
Okay, I wondered about that. I wasn't
And
sure.
then even those would, the bass and
Yes.
lead would be written like that. Yes, good
Okay,
question.
so either it's fine, but dotted half would be
Either
more
is fine,
modern?
but the new way of publishing is
okay. Thank you.
for it to be a dotted half note. Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
good.
And I
that's
only
good.
know that because I published a bunch of songs for Sweet Headlines. So yeah. All right, we're ready to listen now?
Yeah.
Okay. Nice. Bravo, bravo, bravo.
Yeah, well done, Donna. I think little things like putting in that she did, are the things that we already mentioned, but that was, will someone cherish what once belonged to me instead of once belonged, however the thing was written, but down at the bottom, will you be happy?
Happy.
Will you be happy? And
That's
we
great.
got into that nicely. I had one question about, we talked about measure 8. It's not wrong, but it's awkward. But you were trying to avoid a tritone with the bass, is that right?
What did I have the time before?
Well,
Yes,
I'm just saying, right,
yes, yes, exactly. That's exactly what I was doing.
so, yeah, so does everybody see that? When you're sad, yeah. I think that they probably would do fine with that, but it wasn't
Well,
wrong.
what should it be instead?
Well, I'm not saying it should be anything, I'm just saying
Which
when-
part are you talking about? Is
I'm
it
talking
the
about
bass?
sad. In other words, when you're sad, normally we would think it would land
Oh,
on the,
when you're.
but
she's doubled the fifth there.
I see what you're saying.
but
Yeah.
it gets there. It gets to the chord for the major part of the note value. So does anybody have a thought about what you would say? Because otherwise you do have a tritone there for the bass.
Yeah.
So the C should be an A, shouldn't it?
Well,
Yeah, that's what we were saying.
we were
That's-
saying, but if what she's done, when you're sad, it gets there, but it did not give the bass a tritone if it went immediately to the A flat. You see? So
So if she did this, which would,
it's not a bad tritone because it's all in the key and it's A flat and that's in their heads, but you know,
let's see.
it's one of those choices that you make.
Is that what you're talking about?
It makes doing it this way gives, especially if you put dotted half notes on the rest of it, it emphasizes when you're sad. It emphasizes the melody more than if the bass is going sad. Do you see what I mean?
Ah,
little bit
it
away
brings
from
out
the
the
melody.
melody more.
So maybe in this kind, it might be a better choice to just give them the
Yeah.
tritone is not a bad thing.
Okay.
Yeah, let's listen to how, if we hear the melody more now that the bass has changed to the A flat. Oh yeah, you can really hear the melody now. Sad. Could you tell that? Yeah.
And you know, it's not a right or a wrong. It's a choice, but those are we evaluate things, don't we? We say, okay, so which is the strongest choice? So I think probably putting it on A is there, but the other one wasn't wrong either. So
Okay.
Right. Yeah. Oh, Don, I see much improvement each time you turn in another assignment, you're getting better and better at this. I'm so proud of you.
Yay! That's the goal.
Yeah, that's great.
yeah, you all had some really nice progressions on. Actually, you and Liz had the same on live take you far. I hope you'll be very nice. Of course, you
Yeah.
did not dress yours up with an E flat at the end, but we'll forgive you for that one.
I did have a question up
Uh-huh.
in measure 2, I guess it is. That there's a tritone there in the tenor on the second note of tears.
Yeah.
And I had that when I did the exercise the last time, I changed that and didn't put the E flat 7. I went to just an E flat chord, and you didn't like that, but then if I put the E flat 7, then I have a tritone there.
That's not a
So,
tritone.
Here, right here, you're
from
talking
G
about?
to D flat, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Okay, so here's why it's not a problem, because you are just revoicing the same chord. Because this is an E flat 7 chord and this is an E flat 7 chord, it's not going to be hard for the tenors to hear that because it's the same harmony.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
So you could, if you're moving from one chord to this exact same chord, just revoiced, then tritones are okay.
Yes, yes. So that'll happen, but everybody will be able to hear it because it's the same, same 4 notes just flipped around. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yay.
Okay. Well done, you guys.
Yeah, bravo.
Our tears are drying quickly after those 2 excellent arrangements.
Ah,
Let's go ahead and go with Elizabeth.
okay.
On and she does. I just got to say that is just a great lyric in it just made me laugh. I mean, he's a good-looking guy who makes my heart fly just to be with me. Yeah, he's
Okay,
the
wait,
lucky guy.
let us look
That
at it.
is so great.
What is this?
I
This is which
Oh,
one? are we
sorry.
looking at? No, who we're doing? Only me, right?
Yeah.
I
Well,
had these
we'll
all
let
set
you
up
up next.
until it
Fine.
closed, and now I got to go back and get them.
It was just on top of my pile here. So
Abby. Who are we looking for? Elizabeth Frank, right?
Are you gonna pull up my newer one or the first one I
Yes.
submitted?
yes.
Is this? Oh, did you submit a newer one of this one also?
Well, I submitted it yesterday. I think it was yesterday.
Okay, is this it? Does it look like it? I'll have to go back and look.
It's no, we're on only me, Elizabeth.
I forgot to do that.
There you go.
Now, is this your old one or your new one? Do you
That's
know?
an old one.
That's the old one.
No,
Okay.
that's the new one.
That's
That's
the
the
new
new
one.
one. That's the
Okay.
one. Oh, wait a minute, wait a minute. That is
No,
not,
that's not. That's the old one.
that's the one from the previous exercise.
Yes.
Ah, okay, hold on. And like I said, I had this all set, and then when I just now restarted finale, screwed up everything. Okay, only me. That's not only me. Only me. That's all right. We'll find it. We'll have to go
It
to
should
some.
say, only me addendum hyphen final,
Yeah, I probably just didn't.
unless
save it.
you renamed it. I don't know if you renamed it.
No, I don't think I did. Okay, so let's go to someone else. And now, while I dig up yours, okay? So who can we go to, Judy?
Abby or Emily, it's fine. Either one.
It's only me. Abby? No, that's not the.
Yep.
I tried to find the ones that said.
It's okay. We don't need her previous one. That's okay.
Well, let's do this. Well, let's see. This, I don't know if this is her previous one. That's July. No, see? Only me, Elizabeth. Only me.
Just the new one for Abby is good.
Okay, yeah, but I don't have it up here. Okay, so let's do I'm so making, oh, there it is. Duh. Sorry. Now let's see. Is that it?
Yep, that's it.
Okay, so here's a finale thing, Abby. I don't know if this is a Australian thing or a New Zealand thing or not, but you have swung, and we would write swing, not swung.
That's interesting because I actually changed it.
Oh, really?
Because now it came up as swing, and to me, I thought it was swung.
Ah, no, in the music world, if you want them to do it in swing style, you don't say to Well, at least you don't say to your jazz musicians here, all right, I want you to do it in swung style. You know, you say, we're going to do it in swing style.
Oh, we say swing style, but it is swung. Okay.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, but I know that
Okay,
in the
good.
publishing world, we say swing right there.
Okay. So
So
finale. was correct.
actually, you could do swing and not do this, or you can put this and not have to put swung at all. It means
Okay.
the same thing. But anyway, I just wanted to point that out. Okay. And I use, let's see, is this the one that has the, oh, yes. Oh, no, that's somebody else's. Never mind. We'll get to the other one.
Okay, okay, Abby, so you obviously did some cool stuff with that. You on that me again, only me. I mean, you can go there, only me. Oh, very, it isn't the melody, but it makes a cool move. I think it's a little awkward for the baritone to go up to that G with the, but I think it's just awkward if only me, that in general, we try not to change the melody, okay?
Yeah.
Do you see what she means there?
So only me, and yes, I know that there could be a move in there, but generally, we don't want it to be
Affecting the melody.
affecting the melody, yes, exactly. And then you had this really nice every kiss and every hug for, oh, that is just so sweet. I love that. Now, I'm having trouble, and you did this before, and did we talk about it before, that bass note? That comes out of a diminished chord, and then all of a sudden it pops up to a C sharp. Tell us about that.
Yeah. Well, you sent some suggestions, and I did. You sent the suggestion to change that diminished chord to a. Just by fixing the bass note, we can make that a bit more. Yeah, I know it seems odd to have it diminished and then not have it resolved to something right away.
It
But
does.
that was where I wanted the bell chord. So yeah,
But
it can be hard to hear where it's going.
But you could have a bell chord. I love the idea of the bell chord, but I think every bell for oh no only me, you know, oh only me.
Right.
You could have a not a total, but you don't have a total bell chord there anyway. But I think the problem is every hug for own is kind of like
Yeah, let's listen to it.
it doesn't seem to go someplace, go up to that C sharp, but every hug for own on a G on the bass, and then the baritone on a D and a F sharp and an A
Yeah,
sharp.
we'll fix that in a minute.
You
Why
know?
don't we listen to it this way and then listen to it to what you're saying, Judy, and see if our barbershop ears can hear the difference. Okay, let's
Yeah,
try that.
yeah.
Hopefully this will work. Okay, or we can build it up from the bottom. Is that what you're saying, Judy? Like,
Okay, but just a second. If she wanted to go with that, that's good.
Yeah.
But then we need the baritone to make it a true bell to come in with the E. Bum 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 bum.
okay, so they
Bum,
want,
bum, bum, bum,
wait,
only
you want the, slow down! You want to do the bass on an A, right? Is that what you said?
no, the bass would be on a G, but I'm just the
On a
way she
G,
has it.
okay.
But I'm just saying it.
And then you wanted the baritone next, are you saying, or
Okay.
now what?
Let me just back up here a minute. With what Abby had,
Yeah.
if she put that C sharp back up there, please, on the bass.
Okay, there we go.
Every has our own. So then then we have a, so C sharp, E, F sharp, A,
Yeah.
me, then the lead chord that she has. Do you see what I mean? If we want to do a bell chord, we need everybody to play.
Yes,
So-
and so how do you do that in 3 beats?
So the baritone will be the second note, and it will be an E.
Okay,
So the only thing that's missing from this is the E for the baritone. And then-
Right. On the second beat. So the E's
Yes.
gonna come in at the same time as the lead? Because the
No,
lead's
no.
on the second beat.
Well, okay, it's o. So it's on the half. I mean, it's on,
Eighth note?
it's an eighth note, an eighth rest for the baritone and an
Gotcha.
eighth note.
Okay, let's do that. So you're gonna have an eighth rest.
Eighth rest for the baritone and an E. That goes until she sings
that-
me, whatever, yeah, or Lee, yeah.
Uh-oh, so that'd be a. How many beats is that? Then, duh, let's see, I gotta, what? It's a dotted quarter note there, right? 1 and 2 and,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah,
or,
yeah,
or a double dotted half note, which is it?
or something, yeah.
Which
and
is
then-
it? Which is it supposed to be, you guys?
I
Would
don't-
it
I
be an
don't-
eighth note tied to a quarter?
Eighth note tied to a quarter. Okay, I can do that.
Eighth
Okay.
eighth note tied to a half, maybe.
Yes,
So,
eighth note tied to a half. Hold on
Oh,
a
yeah,
second.
yeah, yeah.
And
Yeah,
then we have to
and then the
insert.
lead is fine, and then the tenor needs to be on the half beat too. So the tenor, instead of on a quarter up there, is on an eighth tied to the quarter.
Yeah, gotcha. Hold on a second.
So now we would have only me.
Okay, let's see. Oh, is that right now?
Yeah, but the tenor will need to be quicker. Tenor needs to be, yeah, it'll be an eighth note. Tied to
So you want an eighth note on that too? Okay,
An eighth note tied to the,
to the quarter note.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so
it's
that
so
would
hard
be-
because I'm pointing at the screen, saying where I want to be, and I realize that no one has any idea where I'm pointing, and sorry.
Okay, so this is an eighth note. Okay, hold on a second. It's tricky to insert it. You got to do too
I
many
know.
buttons.
So it has a half
Okay.
rest and then
Like that?
no, it has a half rest
Oh, shoot. Yes, it has a half
You know
rest
what
and
I
no
mean.
rest at the end.
Yeah,
Yeah, I messed
half
that up.
rest, and then, yep, you got it.
Okay, so it needs to have a half rest right here. And then an eighth rest, right?
Yeah.
Okay, stop and think. Okay. Half rest. I know, I messed up. Shoot, that's not right then. It's only 1, 2, it's a quarter rest and an eighth rest. Okay, so wait a minute, just a minute. Too many steps here. There.
There you
And then the own, the word
Yes,
has.
there you go.
go.
Only me.
Yeah, I don't have the words lined up right, but that's.
That's okay, but we get the idea, don't we?
Yeah. there we go.
Every
Yeah, we get it.
or only me.
Okay, so I'm not gonna
Does
line up the
everybody
words right
understand
now.
that? Are
Yeah,
you
so
okay?
let's play that now and see what happens,
Okay.
what it sounds like.
Oh, good.
Yeah, and of course it's swung, but maybe you would sing it straight for the bell chord, who knows? Let's
Oh,
listen
yeah,
on-
that's why I was gonna say, wait, that's not the way, oh, I get it.
Yeah, that's why.
It automatically played it as a swing instead of a, only me.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
and then you have a nice little duet there. his heart is-
yeah. Nice, okay.
Yeah. And
So
there it is.
now, what's the other way of not having the bass on the C sharp to start with? You know, we talked about it's gonna be really hard for the bass to find that C sharp. We talked
Well,
about it being on an A or a G or something.
Am I right in saying that even without changing that, if you just change the voicing of the dim chord and and swap the tenor and the bass,
Okay,
it's quite nice voice leading, and you've got a more natural progression from the C natural to
Okay.
the C sharp for the basses
so what do you
without
want to
changing
do?
anything else.
Okay.
Yep. You're
Just
right.
on the
Change-
four, on the dim chord, swap the
Yep.
bass up to the C natural, the tenors
Yep.
down to the A, and then you've
Okay.
got lovely voice leading for both those parts for the bell chord.
Perfect. See there?
Very good. Very
All
good.
right. Let's do that.
Yeah, good, Emily. You know, I couldn't see that voicing. I kept, because in my head, I kept hearing the G, but now I can hear. That's well. Abby, do you like that?
Oh, let's listen
That'd
to
be easier
that.
for the tenor too. Yep.
There you go.
Yeah, that's a
Well done.
solution.
Thanks, Em. That's good. And he is beating just for me. Oh, okay, so then Abby does a cool thing there. That beating for me. I like that little.
Oh, let's play that part. Yeah.
That gives a little sunshine to the bass there.
Cool.
Mm.
I love the OMG. But I think there's a way to emphasize that OMG more, right? Now we're going to talk about that measure 14. too,
Okay,
yeah.
so this is the
Love
one
the
that we-
beating for me,
wait,
right?
this is the one that we edited. That's not what she had. She had Wonderful Boy on the spread chord. Do you remember, Abby?
No, I don't think we edited this one.
Oh,
Yeah, we did. This Wonderful
We talked
Boy.
about.
We were
Was that
playing-
your original? Abby, is that
probably
your
the
original?
did. Yeah, I probably changed it back from the original. I think.
Okay.
Just see here.
So what she had was Wonderful Boy with the baritone on the A and the tenor on the D sharp, and we just Wonderful Boy so that we could do Oh What a Joy up to that, just to show how that is, but I didn't know we'd left it that way. So anyway,
So what should measure 13 be? Is this correct?
when you and I were playing around it, trying
I
to
know
think,
we were playing, yeah.
so her original had the boy chord, the baritone on the A, the tenor on the D sharp. That's what she had.
Ah,
And
that's what
it's
she had.
Wonderful Boy, and it just sort of sprang up there. But Wonderful Boy kept it as an opportunity to swipe up to What a Joy.
Oh, okay. So we
That's-
switched
Does
that.
everybody understand what we're doing there? We just, we revoiced what Abby had there, Wonderful Boy, so that we could show, but then you could swipe up. Now we have we also.
Oh, well,
changed-
let's go back and listen to what would it sound like the way she had it going from 13 to 14. 'Cause that's pretty tricky. Oh shoot, went the wrong way.
Yeah, and we also changed the What a Joy.
Oh shoot, pushed the wrong
While
button
she's
again.
doing that, let me just say that that is so clever. And OMG, I think you'd want to keep it OMG together, not OMG, is he lucky? Because people won't get that.
Yeah, I had it that way at first, and then I thought I'd go back to the, G is he. But yeah, either way.
But-
Wait, it's just by changing the rhythm. So how would you do it, Judy? We talked
Well,
about
I'm just
that.
saying, instead of OMG, is he lucky? I think OMG, is he lucky? I mean, because when we say OMG, we don't say
Yeah.
OMG, because if somebody's just listening to this, would they get that humor? He's a wonderful boy, what a joy, and OMG. Maybe so. I don't know.
Yes, if you change the rhythm.
Yeah.
OMG. He's lucky. If you did
But
it
I
like
don't know.
that, it would work.
What do you all think? Do you think you'd get it anyway? Would they get it anyway, people? Speak up.
I'm
It's
not
a-
sure on first listen.
Okay, so
Mm.
yeah. Because the G runs into the words of G is he lucky. If you just did OMG, he's lucky. They would get that, or OMG, boy is he lucky, or something.
That's actually a play on words too, because the G serves the
Ah.
OMG. Plus it's G is he lucky.
Yeah. So if you want them to get the OMG part, there has to be a break between the at the end of the G somehow. Because if you're listening to us and you don't see the words, you might think it's OMGEE. Is he lucky? You know what I mean? And then
But it
that's
kind of,
like,
yeah, but that's the pun I'm doing. But
I
if you don't
see.
get that, because the original lyrics was G.
Yeah.
Can't,
But if
can't
you
you
don't
just
get it the
hold
first
on to the G? If you make it OMG shorter, can't we just hold
Mm.
on to the G until is he lucky?
Yeah.
OMG, is he lucky?
Oh,
Yeah, there you
there's a
go.
thought.
That's what I'm, so
Yeah, that mimics speech.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jean, you
Gotcha.
changed the note on the bass to an E flat. That's what she had. We
This-
were playing with it.
Where?
On 14. The bass note is an E flat. That's what she had.
Right here?
The
On-
second chord.
Oh, okay.
We were playing with that because that chord progression is fascinating and
Let's listen to what this sounds like. Is
But
this
wait, wait,
back
wait,
to
wait,
the
wait.
original?
it's not an E, it's an E flat, Jean.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I forgot the flat. Sorry.
Okay, that's fine.
There we
Anyway,
go.
so let's listen to it. You guys, a couple times, let's listen to it.
Okay. True. Let's work into it. So we'll start up here.
Mhm.
Okay. So let's listen once more. So when you listen to those chord progressions, I don't know, there's something that bothers my ear going from measure 13 to 14. Does that bother anybody's ear? I
It doesn't
mean,
bother mine, but
I don't like the tritone that the basses have to do between measure 13 and 14,
yeah.
you know, from
Yeah.
the, that's not a tritone, but I don't know. There's something about that.
I'm not hearing circular
No, no, no.
fifths movement between the B7 E flat 7. I'm not sure how you make it in
there you
terms of
go.
circular fifths.
Bingo. Yes.
Yes.
It's not the right kind of chord progression. So to go from a B7 to an E flat 7. So I get what you're doing, like wonderful boy, what a joy! But there must be a chord that would work better than jumping to the E flat 7.
Yeah, that was
So-
one where it was basically the same thing 2 measures in a row, the melody and the harmony.
Yeah,
Yeah, so that's
you're
trying to
right.
keep variety, but
But in the original, did they both start with an E minor chord?
um,
I'm
I
trying
can't
to
remember.
I'm trying to think now. Let's go back and look here.
I think they did.
I know you said they had, so were you trying to keep the same harmony twice? That's what I,
No,
Or
I
were you
was trying to
make
make
it
it
different?
variety. Yeah, I was trying
variety. Okay,
yeah.
that's what I was trying to
Yeah.
figure out what your brain was thinking. That's what,
yeah, rather than do the same thing twice in a row. Yeah.
okay.
Abby, let me just suggest a couple things. I love your beating for. You could just, well, take the bass up, beating for me, because the next chord, it's up there anyway, right? Take your beating for me, wonderful. So the bass is already up there.
Oh, yeah.
That's just a thought. And now your wonderful boy, if you remember what Jean and I had revoiced your chord there. And
Mhm.
wonderful boy, and then the idea was wonderful boy, what a joy, is a chance to have a big old cool swipe, whatever.
That was
Boy.
okay, even though all 4 parts were going up then in that swipe.
That's the whole idea, is wonderful boy, what a joy, because right now, if
You're doing it for an effect.
if the tenor and the baritone are already up there, there's no reason to do a swipe. But if they're all down here and go, wonderful boy, what a joy, and go up to that chord, then it makes a great barbershop moment. And
It makes lyrical and musical congruity. Woohoo!
thank you,
So
Jean.
can I just ask, what's the borderline then between doing that swipe that way, which sounds great, but then also having the rule about not having all 4 parts going the same way at the same time.
You're doing that. See, so you got to learn the rules before you can break the rules, right? So the rule is you really should try to avoid that. But we're doing this on purpose for a special effect.
Yeah.
To make
And
it
is
become-
that's easier then when if it's a swipe, that's then easier for them to get their notes more accurately?
Not on this chord perhaps, but when we get finished with it, yes. So I think we were thinking, well, I think we were thinking of when you go from closed voicing, you know, when we had it voiced the other way, and we're going to go to what a joy. We're going to go from a kind of closed voicing low sort of chord up to a high spread chord. That's, you're going to feel it pop with joy, you know?
Okay.
So that's an effect that we're using. And so it'd be okay to, you know, break the rule there because you're doing it for
Okay.
an effect.
So are you changing chords? What,
Yeah, but we still need to change this chord, I
so
believe,
you do a swipe from
to make
one
it
chord
work.
to another chord? Okay.
Yeah.
Could I ask?
We would do like a boy, what joy, you know, whatever this chord is going to end up being. We're going to sing boy with a closed voicing. It's just what we're thinking, you know, for an effect. So if we went back to this,
I think there's 2 things at play here. One is an opportunity to just show you an opportunity when it might be a good time to put in a big swipe. Wonderful boy, what a joy. But on the other hand, I'm not sure that that's the chord you want to go to. Again, the B7 to the E
Right.
flat 7. But so 2 different things.
so Judy, if you were just going to sing this melody, you're good at this. So if you're singing that melody and you get to go, wonderful boy, what note would you slide to for the melody for what a joy? Not even thinking about the harmonies. If you were just singing the melody, what would you sing for what a joy for the lead?
Whatever the melody is.
Well, it's da 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 da. That's the melody.
Right.
But
yeah.
you could change, if you change it, what would you change it to? Wonderful joy, what a boy, or something. What would you do?
Yeah, well, I think it's the other parts that are going to do it, and that's the stability is in the lead. Wonderful joy, what a joy, or yeah, and the rest of the parts are going to go to the embellishment.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
But I was thinking if we're making all 4 parts swipe up for an effect,
That's
then
right.
you couldn't leave the lead like on the G again.
Yeah.
So it's like 2 different thought processes. So
Yeah,
anyway, my thinking in this is that chord that's there right now, the E flat 7th, really doesn't work there. But if you want to use the idea of like swiping, think of here's a place where you might want to change the melody on what a joy, just for that one spot. And what would you sing for the melody first? And then I would go from there and go, okay, what harmony will fit with that? So that's one process you could use. The other process is like Judy is saying, you could keep the melody the same and move the other parts. So what other chord could we harmonize with a G besides an E flat 7 chord?
Could I just ask a couple of questions because we're talking about a few things
Yeah.
simultaneously.
Yeah.
Just in terms of the modifying the melody question.
Yeah.
Surely, if this is first chorus,
Yeah.
you would not change a key section of the melody. You might in a
Right.
when a reprise,
Right.
but if this is the first time you're hitting it, even if it sounded great creatively, you're still going to maintain those melody
Right.
notes. Whereas
Exactly.
if you're
point.
doing something post a key change, then sure, you would.
Yeah, then you would do
something.
that swipe thing at the second time around. Good point. Yeah.
So this depends on where it is in the song, because you don't want to muck with the chorus, even if it's not that well known a song at a
Right.
key moment. Is that
Right.
right?
Good
Exactly.
point. Good
Exactly.
point.
Yeah.
And then my
That's
other question was, I think the E flat 7 is really cool. I'm just wondering, is there a transition chord without yet changing it? Is there a transition chord we can put in between the B7 and the E flat 7 that makes it circle of fifths? Because the
Wow.
bar 14 is super cool. Is there a way of doing that? Because this is where I struggle with maintaining circle of fifths in play
Yeah.
harmony. I'm just interested if there actually is a solution before we change it.
Right.
Like, for example, would a B flat 7 transition chord work? Because that
That's
works
what
circle
I'm
of
wa-
fifths. Chromatic, and then you've got a
Yeah.
classic circle of fifths progression from the B flat 7.
Yeah.
Not with the melody, because the melody has to be on that F sharp
Oh, yeah.
on boy. You're limited to what the melody is on boy.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there a
Wow.
dim chord that could work?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to think. I don't know. That the E flat just pops out.
I think that
That's
Yeah.
so crazy.
the transition could be nice because there's a D sharp over here and then it goes to the E flat there. So some as you a transition, but I think it's just like Abby, I love the what a joy. And the A7 bothers me if the A were just if the tenor just stayed on the what a joy and oh. It sort of takes it out of the groove. That C sharp on the tenor. What
Right
a
here.
joy and oh G. You've got it really nice there. But just play around with that one and see if that
Yeah, I was just gonna say, play around with these two measures and how can you
it's
make
a
it?
really great idea. What a joy. I love it. And OMG, is he lucky? And then the on luck, that baritone note needs to be a, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
right here. It needs to be a what?
On luck, the baritone needs to be a D.
Yeah.
And before you leave that part, in measure 13, I thought it was sort of frowned on to put two parts on the same note, like that she's got the baritone and bass.
Right here.
Right.
So again, you're doing it for a special effect. And putting them both on that note is the root of the chord. So it's
Right.
okay to do it that way. But if you were doing a beating for me, wonderful boy, I mean, that's just another personal preference thing. And then you'd have to listen and see which one sounds stronger, you know?
And Donna, before it was a duet, he's a, and then the downbeat of the next measure is a trio. You
Ah,
see? And then it goes
I
to
see.
4.
Good
He's
point.
a wonderful boy. So you have a progression there.
I see that. Yes. Okay, good.
Yeah, same word. So it isn't like it just popped out 3 notes because he's obviously that E needs to be there and it's the same word, wonderful boy. So I think it works real nicely, actually. So-
Okay. Okay,
yeah.
good.
That's
Thank
a
you.
I have
way
a
to do
question
that.
again about the swipe on 13. Rhythmically, would you move at the end of 13 and then just repeat the chord with the new lyric on 14? So you'd move boy. I'm just trying to figure out what the rhythm is for that. So
Yeah,
you'd anticipate the first chord of 13.
very likely, Abby, that would be wonderful boy, what a joy, or wonderful boy, what a, yeah, your move
So
would
you
be
repeat the
for
chord?
what? So
Okay.
whatever that chord is that we need to get you there.
You
Yeah.
could put it on the fourth, last half of the beat of measure 4,
Well,
or
if you
you could just swipe up and make what be on the downbeat. You'd have to play around with it and see which one feels better or sounds right.
yeah, another personal choice. You have choices. He's a wonderful boy,
Right.
what a joy, or he's a wonderful boy, what a joy. So, you know, what sounds best to you? I think the wonderful boy, what a joy. That finishes the thought. He's a wonderful boy. He's so wonderful. I can make a big spread chord out of him.
Oh, see, I would just slide up. See, so it's personal preference.
Wonderful
I
boy.
would make it
what
be
a
more
joy.
joyful by going, boy, joy. That's the way.
Yeah, either
See?
so whatever you think is there because it has all kinds of possibilities there.
And sometimes, as a new arranger, I always had to do this. It sounded great on the piano. And then I would take it to 4 singers and say, can you just, I would teach them those 2 measures, you know? And you would listen to it and you'd go, oh, that second one, right away your ears would go, oh yeah, that's a better choice than this one. Where on the piano, they both sounded like okay. But you have some people, if you have 4 people sing it, and that'll tell you right away which one's going to be the strongest solution. Because it might be they'll be able to sing the one instantly and their ears will hear it. And it might be they try to do it another way and they're struggling because they can't find where they're supposed to go. So that's another good test to do if you have a spot where you can't decide, where both of them are okay and both of them are legal, which one's going to sound better. Have somebody sing it instead of just playing it on the keyboard.
Yep. Anyway, you've given us lots of very innovative thoughts here, Abby. Good stuff.
Yeah,
Good
Thank
great
you.
stuff.
stuff.
Yep.
Anything else before we leave this one?
Can I ask a question about that with pertaining to that potential swipe or slide, the slide at the end of
Slide,
13?
Yeah.
Do you think that there's any merit to doing the slide in such a way that you can allow the singers to put the end on the word boy rather than having it slide all the way up? Because then it might be hard to get that to finish off that Y at the end, the diphthong at the end. Am I making myself clear?
I
I
think
understand.
so. I
Yeah.
understand what you're asking. Yeah. Boy, what? I don't know that it would make a difference because they'll feel the slide and then it'll, I don't think it's a spot where you have to go, okay, when you get 3/4 of the way through, do the diphthong, and then I think they'll just feel it when they sing it. Boy, what joy.
Elizabeth, you
Yes.
you always on a slide or swipe, you always slide on the primary vowel. Wonderful
Yeah.
boy. What? And then it turns. You don't go wonderful boy. The swipe. That's what a director needs to
Yeah, good.
tell you.
Yeah.
Okay, so you let the slide happen and then the
The
diphthong.
boy, the slide. or
Yes.
swipe was
On the-
always
Wait,
on the primary vowel, and
right,
then
okay,
once you get to the place you're going to, then it turns. And I think
Yeah,
that
Okay.
target vowel. Yeah.
okay, I think that's what I was asking, actually.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good,
And
And-
that's
and-
why-
I'm gonna take that into consideration.
yeah, and I think that's why I thought Jean thinks it's cooler the other way. I think it's cooler with the wonderful boy. Right? What a joy! So that it does simply separate them, but her
Yeah.
her way isn't wrong either. It's just
Yeah, it's whatever you like.
way-
Yeah.
each way the diphthong will be turned once you get to the place that you're going to.
Yeah.
Okay,
Either way,
And,
good-
and,
good
and
question.
what is the purpose of the dotted slur in measure 14-15?
That's to show clearly that there's no breath through any of that. So like the end
Ah.
means no breath, but it's just
Oh.
so they don't sneak one in after joy or something.
Okay.
Oh,
Didn't know that.
I've seen that before with just being from here to here, but I get it, because most people wouldn't go, oh, what? Yeah, but they
Okay.
might not make that whole phrase. Yeah. So lots of times that's just from, this is where you want the no breath. Sometimes that line is just like right here. So either way, yeah. That's a good question because that is kind of confusing.
it is confusing.
Yeah.
I think I might have a solution for the 13-14 chord transition. Do you mind if we try it?
Let's try it.
Go in.
If we space boy, so put the tenor up on the D sharp and the barries on the A.
Oopsie, I went too far again.
You mean on a swipe or just on the chord?
Just on the chord
Okay, as it was.
at the beginning.
Yep.
And then final quarter note, we move to a dim chord. So from the F sharp. So I think the tenors will be on a C. The barries will remain on the A. And the basses will move up to a D sharp.
Okay, wait a minute. Now, where does it?
So just the tenors and basses move just on the final quarter note. So the tenors go from a
Are
D
you
sharp
talking
to a
about
C.
this last
Yeah.
chord here?
Just the final beat of bar 13.
Okay.
Tenors move to a C if I'm getting my dim chord right.
All right. So this would be a quarter note and then, shoot, I didn't do that right. Hold on, undo. To a C,
Yeah.
right? Okay. Oh, shoot.
This might
I hit the
sound terrible, but I just want to say. And then the bass is moved to D sharp. Have I got my dim chord right?
Okay. Oops.
Which will then be the same note that they start 14 on.
Right. All right. So then this would be that.
Yeah, so the B7 to a dim 7, which is nicer voice leading into the E flat 7.
And then it might go into there. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, can we see what it sounds like?
Yeah, fun. Okay. Well, I bet you it's going to start up there. Hold on.
Sorry, Abby, I just love your E flat 7. I want to make it work.
Yeah.
Ah, let me listen to that again here. Wow. I guess. I don't know. That just still jolts my ear. But it's a better transition. Wow.
Acceptable.
I guess. I think you play around with that because I think you might find a better solution. So play with that, Abby, and see if you can come up with something. What do you think, Judy? I'm going to that. I get that it's a transition thing, but I still don't like the way it jumps to E flat 7.
I think it'll be especially good if the tenors, are realizing that they're somewhere in the Far East going, wonderful. It has a kind of an Eastern feel to it for the tenor note, but hey, but it's the right idea to get some kind of a
Yeah.
lead you into something. It's something definitely worth playing with. I think we should all come up
Yeah.
with a solution for that so we can make the E flat 7 work. Definitely. But anyway, that's a lot of fun to work with. Thanks everybody for working with that. I think that's
Yeah.
good
That's
fun
cool.
to try. I know you're all going to try this, so we send it out.
Hey,
Everybody's
somebody write that down. Write
Tomorrow-
that down so we can put it in the email that everybody should work on measure 1314
gonna make
in Abby's song and see what kind of ideas we come up with. Yeah.
Make it work. Yeah.
well,
And that is for only me. Okay.
Liz had the OMG. I think 13 through 16 is a good assignment for everybody because
Yeah.
there are other possibilities in there, but it's a really great idea. I love
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Okay, good. Let's go on. Are
Wonderful.
we ready now to do Elizabeth? Or are we doing M's? What should we do?
Okay, now let's see. I think I did find the right Elizabeth one. Let's see if this is it. Or
Right, Elizabeth.
this is,
Want to write Elizabeth. We do not want to.
is this the right one? Oh, did I get the wrong thingy again? Do you know?
We don't see anything yet, so
I don't even see. Oh, wait, I have to unshare it. Yeah. Okay, that's there. Is this it?
no,
that's not the right one.
That's the old one? Because
No, that's the first one that I submitted. That's not the one I submitted last night. The one I submitted last night in measure 3, the bass is on an E.
okay, so let me find it. So, okay, who else can we go to while I
Okay,
find?
let's go to Emily.
Okay, hold on here now.
Did you see it in your email yesterday, Jean?
Well, I thought that's what I clicked on, but maybe I clicked the wrong one here. Okay, we're looking for Emily, only me, right? Okay,
It's
let me-
called the more fun version, if that
Oh,
helps.
yeah. That was cute.
I love it.
Only me. There it is. Okay, let's see now. There, is that it?
So good,
Yeah.
wonderful work, Emily. And I'd like to say right away, you want the swing thing that what you set up in the second measure lets us know right away that we have swing. You keep saving, boom, all your love for, oh, we know immediately what that's gonna be. Do you all see that?
Yes, but technically, it's supposed to be at the beginning of, it should be right here.
Yeah, it was. All the formatting's gone weird. I don't know what's
Well,
going on.
that could be that it did that, yeah. Because it
Well-
should be over there.
Over the time signature.
Oh, wait, is this the one? I know why this is so weird. Okay. Yeah, because when you put little things in like that, which tool did you use? Which, like,
The swing marking.
yeah, and what, did you write that in the text tool? Did you write it in the expression tool? Oh, you did
No,
that
I
in
just
the,
used the typical one, but I needed to put a silent swing on the bottom
oh, I know why it
clef,
was,
otherwise it doesn't do it in playback correctly.
I know what happened. You had quarter note equals 160 up there, didn't you? Are you the one that had that on your song?
I can't remember, probably.
I think
Yes,
so.
yes,
And
yes.
that's what I took out. Because
Oh, I
right,
see.
and because then it was lined up right. It said quarter note equals 160. Now, did you play it at that speed?
I wanted it to be fast, yeah.
Wow. And it was, yeah,
Keep saving all your love for only me. I thought it was cute.
yeah. That might be just a little too fast. Yeah. Because I slowed it down up here in the tempo and it wasn't going any. Okay, so this is what you had. That part would be hard. Yeah, so that might be a little too fast, maybe, but
I like it.
yeah.
I
So,
like that. We had to
for-
slow it down to just simply listen to what the chords were, but
Yeah, we slowed it down to hear the chords.
if you put that up there and you wanted people to sing it that way, I think that's
Then yes, then you
yes,
put that
to me, that's
160
a good
back
idea.
up there.
what I was talking about. Didn't have anything to do with that. It was what she did with measure two, that lets us know right away, keep saving, boom, all your love for, you know, immediately what that tempo is gonna be.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
I think there's
Can we
very,
play it again at a slower tempo just to hear her chords before we talk about it?
sure, yeah, good.
Yeah. You can hear the rhythms better. All the little cute little thingies you did in there rhythmically come
Yeah.
out better at a slightly slower tempo. Well, that's my opinion. So it's okay. Otherwise, it goes by so fast. It's like, whoa, what was that? What was all that cool stuff? Oh my gosh! I mean, I could see a music judge writing, something about if you did it at that quick tempo. This arrangement is too busy. All the little rhythmic things you did in there, which are so cool, but it flies by so quickly, it gets jumbled to the listener's ear. Okay, so we're at a little slower tempo. All those little things are so cool. Yeah, so something to keep in mind. I think you're the one that wrote the same note. When you write same note, or maybe it was somebody else. Did you write same note above these little thingies?
I did that.
Yeah.
I did that as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you have to use the expression tool to do that. You should use the expression tool to write same note. I mean, yes, you use the slur tool to put the little dash line, but then to write same note, if you use the expression tool, then if you have to jump, it's like maybe if this line is too crowded and you have to move measure 9 up here, the words same note will move with the measure. If you use the text tool to write same note, And then if you had to move the measures around, you'll move the measure, but the words same note will stay right where you put it on the page. Does that make sense, what I said?
Jean, is that because expression tools are linked to the note?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Or they can be linked to the measure, but yes, it's because they're linked to the note. And a text tool merely just puts it on the page.
Mm.
Yeah, so that's something to keep in mind when you're doing that kind of stuff. All right, I'm done. Judy, your turn.
Okay, well, so nice, all the way. And we were just gonna say that, and for everybody, you got the cute little tiddly there on only me, that in
Oh.
fact, better if everybody lands on the same vowel at the same time and then went, only me. So the tenor said, of, oh, only me, everybody sing the same word and then go on. You see what I mean?
Mhm.
And
Oh.
it will be hard to keep that accurate at the quick tempo that you want to, because they're doing da dee dee da, you know. So doing the me, only me might help it stay in sync better. I mean, it's just something to consider.
Yeah, I think
Now, do all of these make a chord?
Yeah.
Like every little note, B, D, D,
And
yeah.
another thought with that, is just if you went only me, let him do that
Mm.
little thing and then make that an eighth note with every kiss. That would help you to have a little more time to play with what you just did up there. Do you see what I mean?
Sure, yeah.
So with
Ah.
every kiss and every hug for only me. Well, girlfriend, that is a really nice line. Okay.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then the baritone gets a little tiddly. We love, see now the tenor's gotten a tiddly. The baritone, only me, gets one. Very cool. Now, your heart is full of sympathy. Now, my thought is the tenor already got one. Let the tenors in measure 9 sing and 10 sing with the baritone and the lead full of sympathy and hold it out, because if they don't change a note, they're going like sympathy, whatever. The bass gets to sing sympathy. So let the bass have the tiddly, full of sympathy. Do you hear it?
Mhm.
So instead of having the tenor sing with them as a duo, I know what you're doing there, but if the three parts are singing the full of sympathy, and so the bass gets now a starring role. So you start with the tenor, you went to the baritone, now you've got the bass, and everybody wants to go out for drinks. They're happy. So, okay, full of sympathy and just sympathy. Then one person gets the sunshine and not two. Now, and it is beating. I love your little duet there. And instead of having, I understand you're trying to do a heartbeat, right? Beating. So instead of saying, and he is beating, do just for me. Have them sing a ba-ba, a do, but not beating.
Okay.
And he is beating, do just for me. So there's your heartbeat kind of thing instead of beating. It's
Yeah.
Love dub.
Yeah.
it's too much. It's too much of a beating, And it is beating just for me. And then this one, you could put one of those squigglies in there too. Me.
Oh, yeah.
You got the nice move there. Take advantage. Then you're a wonderful creature. I love it. I was thinking, let's all work on a better rhyme. Mine is you're wonderful. My main, or else you'll have to go to you're a wonderful creature. No one could beat ya.
Well, Aussie, so creature, yeah.
Right?
Love all your,
Creature, yeah.
I love your feature or something. You're the main feature. Something. Yeah.
Wonderful creature. No, well, anyway, we've got enough beating in there. Maybe we could use another word, but but that's wonderful. You're a wonderful creature. Now, I have an issue with the one on measure 14 that you could do maybe a different chord there. What do you think might be a better chord? In other words, it will give a baritone. No one could beat you.
Yeah.
So if you put a C7 in there, M,
Mm.
So the bass goes to a G on 1. And the baritone goes to an E natural. And the tenor stays on that C. Yep, there you go.
And the tenor does what?
Tenor stays in C.
Oh, yeah. Let's see what that sounds like.
Yeah.
I don't know if we can make it start here or not. Ah! That's not. Dang it. Leftmost. There's leftmost. Okay. I don't know why that's not doing it. I had to restart my whole computer to fix that. Oh, yeah. Oh, I love that. Oh, yeah, da. And that makes it just, yeah, they're both the same, but just slightly different. That's fun.
And then you've got that no one can beat ya. But no one could beat ya. If you did wonderful creature, no one could beat ya. If you put that more as a beat ya, is a beat ya, but beat ya, go
Or
quicker.
syncopated instead.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no one
Yeah.
can beat ya. Oh, and then beat ya. Oh, I would put the swipe. No one could beat ya. Oh, I would swipe up to the O, but that's just a
Mm.
thought.
Yeah.
And
Or
then
beat
and O,
ya. Oh,
Yeah.
you could put a rest there too. Something.
either way. Either way, that's awfully good work. Very good work. Did
Yeah.
anybody have any questions on Emily's?
Wow. let's
It's
get that.
really fun. I love
It
it.
really is
Yeah,
fun.
nice
yeah.
job.
Yeah. Well done. Well done.
For sure. All right. So now, are we able to get to Elizabeth now, or has Elizabeth gone to into the hinterland? The
Oh
side.
my gosh, let me, okay. I was busy having fun playing with it, so I didn't look for it. Hold on, let me get it. Now let me
I
see.
think
I have
I
Elizabeth
emailed you.
from August 1st. Was that yesterday?
No.
August 4th, yesterday.
Okay, let me see if or did you? Okay. Let's see if I can find it here. August 4th. I don't know, that's the other list.
Yeah, I did send it out yesterday. Would you like me to send it again?
Yes, please send it to me again. I'm sorry, it might have got
Okay,
lost in the
let me see if
shuffle.
I can do this. Let's see.
I can send it to you, but I can't get there.
To G. Okay, I just sent it, so maybe you'll
Okay.
get it soon.
Let me give it a chance to get here. After all, I have to go all the way across the ocean. No wonder. Aha! Oh, there it is. Okay, now let me see. Okay, let's do that one. See if that's it now. Okay, let's see if this is it. Is this the right one now?
That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Oh, I know. And I did put it all on one page, but now I'm not going to mess with it now. We'll just,
Yeah, that's right.
all right, let's play this one.
Okay. Good.
Cute. Oh, shoot. Oh my, let's do this line again so we can watch it. Hold on.
It just doesn't play back the way I want it to.
Yeah, part of it is. I can explain that. That's a finale thing. Yeah,
It
it's
very well,
sounds
did it?
very mechanical, doesn't it? So what you can do, and I'm trying to think, did you do I can't remember now on yours, Emily, did you do the rhythms of the dotted 8/16, but you played it in swing style, or did you make all the eighth notes, all of them eighth notes? Do you
Yeah,
remember?
did-
I guess I wrote everything out. I didn't say swing. Yeah, I wrote it
Right.
all out.
Right, right. And so I think even if, let's see if we can make it playback in swing, even though you
Okay.
didn't write it that way. Let me see now.
The swing playback on finale is so temperamental.
Yes, it is.
Is that-
So
Okay.
let's try
So while she's doing that,
standard. Yeah.
Elizabeth, you've done some really, really cool things here with this. Your little only me is really nice. Only me, very nice. This, when you had every kiss, oh, and every hug, if
Uh-huh.
that's a cool little move there, but it's so close together. If you made every kiss, like every kiss, oh, and every, so because
Changing the
right now I
rhythm.
get all caught, every kiss, oh, and every, it all gets tumbled together. So you've got every kiss and every hug for, make the first one a different rhythm pattern, do you see? And then every kiss, oh, and every, you see, that'll make your O thing stand out. Right now, it kind of,
You see what she
every-
means?
oh, you see what I'm talking about?
I understand what you're saying, but I'm not understanding what you're suggesting.
Okay, let's
I'm suggesting that every be eighth notes, every kiss,
Mm.
and every kiss, and every.
I see. Okay.
every
Well, that was,
every kid. No, say it again, Judy.
so, only
Every kid, isn't it?
kiss, every.
Did you do a rest there first or what?
Pardon?
He keeps
Okay, so,
saving all his love for only me. Now say it.
Okay, now, it can be it could be every kiss, O and F, or it could be every
Every
kiss, O and F, whichever.
every kiss.
Each one of those make
Yeah.
your O stand out. Either every kiss or every kiss. The
Every
swinging thing goes, every kiss, O, and every, you hear what I'm saying?
Yes,
Because
I do.
right now, every kiss, O, and the O gets lost.
Uh-huh.
so like this kind of a rhythm. Every kiss. Oh, yeah.
Every kiss, O and F.
Now okay. I wanted to make sure I
And
was
maybe-
understanding it.
And maybe it's just a bass or a baritone and a lead duet.
Maybe.
Yes, every kiss, oh, and then the tenor and the
Right.
bass comes in on the oh and.
Right. I love it. That was bothering me.
Yeah, so anyway, you just
Mhm.
play with that a little bit because so the baritone and the lead sing kiss, every kiss, oh, and everybody else comes in.
I
on-
don't know what this does, but let's try it and listen. Oh, shoot. Wait a minute. Wait a minute now. I think the chords are playing too, which is a bad thing here. Let's get rid of that and that'll help.
We'll want to take that dotted quarter off that brie because it won't be working.
Yeah, I know. I may have to, but let's listen and see. Yeah, I got to take away the swing. So anyway,
Yeah.
if you,
I think Elizabeth understands what I was talking about, right?
I do.
let-
Yeah.
yeah, let's
Yeah.
see now.
So
I'm
let's-
not-
I would syncopate the every though.
every
Okay, so,
day,
So that will work better if the brie is only a quarter every kiss, because right now it's too long, but
yeah.
every kiss bomb and then they come in. Anyway, so moving on,
talking.
little old me. It is hard with that the way it plays back with that dotted rhythm. Little old me, little old me. His heart is beating just for me, and and all he does for me. I like that. That's a nice lyric variation. Good. Yeah, keep that boy in line. His heart is beating just for me, and all he does for me. That's great. Oh, people in the 19th century would faint seeing that. And heck, some of the people of the 20th century would for sure. Yes. And he is beating just for me, and all he does for me. Now, again, Elizabeth, you've got a good idea, me, just for me, but do something just for me or
Hmm?
just for, you see what I mean? Just like
Yes,
we,
I do.
yeah,
I
So
do,
in other-
like in Abby's score.
yeah, and like Liz had one of those too. It's like the same note or yeah, and somebody had just for me or whatever. Yeah, just vary it up instead of the same note. But yeah, but a great idea. Always give the bass extra sunshine. He's a good looking guy. That's so cute. Okay, let's go to the next page, Jean. would
Oh,
you?
okay, hold on. Whoa, what happened? I bumped something and I shouldn't have. Hold on.
Can you play that? He's a good looking guy who makes my heart fly just to be with me. It's a very neat chord progression that she did there, so I want to hear it. He's a, oh, there's-
Oh, okay. Do you need the he's a?
yes. Well, no, we just need to start with
Okay,
13.
let's start with good looking here.
Yeah. Good looking is good.
Oh. Oh, I gotta take the chords back out. But what I loved about this is you did two different things here and they both work. Oh, no, wait. Oh, no, yeah. Do-de-dee-da, do-de-ba-da. That's very cute. Wait a minute now, let's see.
I thought that might give it a little more of a lift.
Yeah, tell me your thought process for doing this.
Well, can I see the second page? I'm seeing the first page right now.
Oh, shoot, I'm
Can
sorry.
you display the
Wait,
second
there
page?
you go. There you go.
I'm sorry, I forgot to resume it here. So tell me what you were thinking about right here with this, all those tenor notes there on the yeah.
Mm, Well, let's see. I was trying to do some good leading down to He's a Lucky Ducky.
Okay.
You know, I just thought that, yeah, for the tenors to vocally run down to the G there. And
that's a great idea, but if the baritone and the bass are singing a different rhythm pattern, it's hard to figure out how to sing it.
yeah,
I mean, if you just took the dotted thing out, yeah, or whatever, I
It's
understand.
from there to there.
is it too busy? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Too busy?
Yes.
I'm saying it is incongruous with the bass and the baritone. Me with me, yeah, where if the baritone and the bass are moving here, but the tenor comes slightly after, it's like,
It feels like a blooper. It feels like, oh, somebody's out of sync.
Yeah,
And
okay.
instead of an
okay.
on purpose thing.
Okay,
Yeah.
I wondered if that would be the criticism that it, because I wondered that myself.
Yeah.
I wondered if it would work or not. And I also have that same question about the progression on the previous page too. Be with me, yeah, because I also have the similar rhythm happening elsewhere. But
Okay.
my thought process there between 13 and 14 was that I wanted to bring the bass line up, which is why I brought the bass up to the B on heart, because I
That's
wanted to give it
wonderful.
a more of a lift into the fly.
Very cool. I
So
love that.
that's my thought process there.
before we go on, now if you see where your note ends, it ends the same with the bass.
Mhm.
Uh,
Okay, so let's listen to that.
Yeah.
Let's see what that sounds like. Well, there's something missing.
I would just like to say, Elizabeth,
Yeah,
if you do the very first on measure 13, I think it'd be a little stronger if you started with the baritone on the E, so you have a good solid E to start with, good looking
Okay.
guy, and then you made the
Oh,
next
yeah.
baritone on the D, but start with the good on a, that chord, and
Oh,
and
let's
then-
listen to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So right here now, we have the same rhythm now, but we don't have a D7 anymore.
Mhm.
So
Well, we have two A's there.
two
Yeah.
A's, which makes it weak. So what could we do instead?
Mm.
When Gina and I were talking about this before, we were going, so cute, good looking guy who makes my heart fly just to be with me. He's a lucky ducky.
Yeah,
I think
without even doing
got
it yet.
Instead of the yeah.
going on there, get rid of the yeah. Be with me. He's a lucky ducky. There's just too much going on. Do you see what I mean?
Mhm.
Let's try
Yeah.
that. Ah, cool.
It didn't harmonically, you didn't do anything to make it better. Be with me. He's a lucky ducky. Or
So with a rest there, you think? Or a half note
be
there?
with
Doesn't
me.
matter.
Yeah, like a quarter rester.
Okay.
And
Mm.
I don't know, maybe the chords aren't exactly, but if you just left out work with just to be with me, he's a lucky ducky, or something that I just think it's got too much stuff going on there,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Let's see what this sounds like. Oh shoot! I forgot the yeah out of there. Wait a minute. Forgot that note. Forgot that note. Oh shoot! No. Yeah.
Something like that, anyway.
There, there we go. I don't know. I got too many rests in there somehow. That's better. Yeah. You can even hang on to me a little bit longer if you wanted to.
Uh-huh.
Is the melody, he's a lucky, or what is the melody there?
He's a lucky ducky.
It seems like it would sing better, he's a lucky ducky, but I suppose that's not the melody.
Did I
Oh, I
change
don't
the
know.
melody?
I don't know. Did you?
I
What's the
did?
regular melody?
Yeah, the
No.
melody is da 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 da. So she went, yeah,
He's a lucky ducky. That's what it needs to do.
yeah.
He's a lucky ducky. Would make more sense than he's a lucky. He's a.
I feel like it might be just easier just to sing, he is so lucky.
Yeah.
He's
I think the lucky
ducky.
ducky is a bit too much, maybe.
Oh, maybe.
Well, it's better than a rubber ducky for
To
sure.
be with me. He's a lucky ducky.
He's so lucky. Is that what you're saying, Liz?
He's so lucky. Yeah, he's so lucky. I think that flows better.
So
Yeah.
lucky. I think you're right. Be
Yeah.
with me. He is so lucky. I like that. Do you like
Yeah,
that, Elizabeth?
Let me
That's
see.
like the original.
Mhm.
Oh.
Instead of
Well,
I'm
as
so
opposed to the
lucky.
Original,
Yes.
fine.
He is so lucky.
I don't.
Yeah,
That doesn't
okay.
bother me. He's a lucky. Or you could go. He's a lucky ducky. Or he's a lucky ducky.
I had to say, as an Australian,
Yeah.
I could never ask my chorus to sing Lucky Ducky.
Oh, how come? Is that a bad thing in
It
Australia?
just sounds really ancient.
Oh.
It's not comfortable for me.
Yeah.
The
I
phrase.
gotcha.
there are some Americanisms that come to Australia and we just don't feel comfortable with them. Lucky
Yeah.
ducky doesn't work for us.
Okay.
Okay.
I think it
Didn't
depends on the
know that.
personality of the group. Yeah, the
Had no
personality of the group.
idea about that.
True. Your personality of your group, huh?
Yeah.
He's
listen,
a lucky son of a gun.
That gives you something to kind of play with a little bit, that sometimes when you can't make it work, maybe less is more. Maybe,
Yeah.
maybe some of that needs to go
He's so lucky. Yeah.
because
But it's a cute idea, though. I like it. But that's because I'm American, I guess.
okay. Well, you guys, such good work here, and there was very little that I
Yes.
have to talk to you about anything except just to give you a few more ideas, and thank you. That was awesome.
Yes.
How about it? He is so darn lucky.
He's so darn lucky. There you go.
He's
better?
darn lucky.
Is that better, Liz? To say-
He is darn lucky.
That's even more American.
That's even- okay. All right.
It's American art form, I guess.
Let's play with that. We'll go on to the next. So how's our time doing here? We're at almost
Yeah, let's see.
we're almost at the time that
7, 8.
maybe we just have to start the listening thing tomorrow night. Do you think?
Yes,
I
Yes.
think,
Do you want to
I
do
think-
that?
I think we've tried it,
tomorrow.
don't you?
Yeah.
You about fried? Yeah. Okay.
So we will.
Oh, you know what? We were talking about doing like the first one together. Did everybody feel like you sort of did okay on what the listening assignment was supposed to be?
Some were harder than others. Some I was like, I can't. Others were
Can't-
very clear. Yeah.
Oh,
I did them and I was anxious to hear what you said about
yeah.
what we were supposed to have heard.
Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so would you feel fresher if we started that tomorrow? I mean,
Yeah, I would.
That'd be good.
it's up to you guys. Okay.
Would be
That's it.
fine. I personally do not think I hear well. When I
Yes.
hear stuff, I don't think I hear enough. I can sort of visualize the music, but if it goes too fast,
Ah,
it's hard. And also, I lose track of what I heard before versus what I'm hearing now.
Oh,
and
yeah.
how the elements fit together, what I'm listening to. I lose track of, am I listening to this the first or the second time or whatever?
Yeah. And think about being a music judge. You get to hear it once. And you're supposed to catch all
Yes.
that stuff. It's like,
Yes.
yeah.
I don't think I could be a music judge.
Yeah.
It ain't easy. Yeah.
No, I
Yeah.
don't think I could do it.
Yeah.
Well, so we'll start out with that tomorrow night at 4, and Jean will be telling you all about that, and probably we'll have to take another look at 13, 14, 15, 16 of Abby's at some point, but first. we're
Oh,
gonna do-
yeah. We may not have a by tomorrow, though. Yeah, we're starting at the same time we did today, correct?
Yes.
Which is 5 p.m. Central Time. Yeah. You said 4, and I'm like, oh man, did I mess up the times again? It's 4 o'clock at your place. Okay, gotcha. That's so confusing. Yeah.
And do
Okay.
you
Well
think we'll
then,
get through 4 of the listening? How many?
we might. Yeah, I think we might get at least through 3 of them, and we'll see how the 4th one goes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and you know, this is a whole different ballgame to try to use your ears to listen. And I think overall as a group, wait a minute, I'm choking. You get me all choked up. Yeah. Overall as a group, we need to do a better job of learning how to listen. And so I'm hoping this exercise, we may do it slowly enough for you to try to grasp the idea of what to listen for.
Mm.
You know, because I think it'll be helpful in your arranging in the long run. Yeah.
So are we supposed to have done this, or are we just going to do all these exercises together?
Well, we were going to try to do the first one together, but we're kind of out of time. But yeah, you should probably have already looked at it and see what you can come up with. And even though you may not be really good at listening, you know, what can you get on your first listen? You know, can you tell? So when I listen, for example, I think the first thing said, you know, listen to the form. I don't sit there and go, okay, there's the intro. 8 measures. Up, there's the chorus. Up, there's the verse. You know, there's the tag. I don't think of it that way, but I can feel if something feels off. When you get into intros and tags, we'll talk about that because not, you know, we discovered when trying to put together material to teach about intros and tags that not all tags are exactly 4 measures or exactly 8 measures. You know, sometimes they're 2 measures long, sometimes they're 6 measures long. But as a listener, does it feel right or does it feel out of whack? So when you're listening for the exercise of these songs that we're going to be listening to, when you're listening for the form, I think you'll be able to tell. I mean, every song, every contest song has to have the chorus part of the song. And every contest song usually has a tag. And then the other parts vary. Does it have, sometimes they have a separate intro and then a verse. Sometimes they have an intro that goes right into the chorus. Sometimes they have use the verse as the intro. You know, that's the kind of stuff to listen for. So when you listen to, you know, this first song, it's like, oh, does it have a separate intro? Or are they using the chorus as the intro? Or, you know, instead of trying to think, oh, this has a intro of 4 measures and then there's a, you know. So try to think of it. What is the overall structure of it? Does it feel comfortable? Does it feel balanced? You know, and most songs that we listen to on the contest stage at least are balanced form wise. Yeah. So I don't know if that helps or not, but
Yes.
give that a try. And it's really hard, you know, it's usually pretty easy to pick out the lead. Sometimes it's hard. Well, of course, we're probably all baritones. Are we all baritones? Sometimes it's hard to pick out the baritone. It's not hard for me because I'm a baritone. So maybe everybody's like that. I don't know. You know, sometimes it's hard to pick that out. But the more I listen to stuff, the more I can pick out baritone. Yeah, just something to get used to doing. Yeah.
Okay.
We'll see everybody tomorrow night then, okay? Or tomorrow,
Thank you.
or yes.
Thank you.
Good work tonight. You guys are doing great creative stuff. It's very exciting.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Are we
Everyone.
supposed to be
Right.
making
Later.
changes? Are we supposed to be making corrections based upon what we've gone through?
No, we
Or
were
work?
just thinking about,
You can
and
do
we-
what you want to. I mean, if it helps you to rethink things,
Mhm.
nothing is necessarily wrong, but it was like to say, here's another opportunity or another way to be a little smoother or something. Yeah, just
but
just
that, whose song was it? That's measure 13 through 16.
that was Abby's.
Okay, so, you know, if you want to mess around with that, but see, if I mess around with it, I won't have it ready by tomorrow. You know, it'll take me a week or so, only because I don't have the time to do that. But it's like, you know, if you get a
Yes.
chance to play with that, I know Emily probably already has it figured out because that's the way her brain works. You know, so
Okay.
if you get to that, we'll look at some, and if you don't, that's okay. We'll look at it the next time.
Yep, well. Okay, guys.
All right,
Good night.
good
Thank
job
you.
tonight.
Thank you.
Bravo, bravo. Bye bye. I didn't stop the recording.